Damascus is in a big, huge heap, so he's coming at any moment. Prophecy's been fulfilled. Actually, no it ain't. Let me redo that. So, I was sitting here thinking, Rose, is there anything you can say to these people to keep them from thinking about this rapture date thing? And kind of hit me like a ton of brick. It's like, try this. It might help a couple of people. And I'll put it out there. What am I talking about? Henderson and a bunch of others love to throw this prophecy out there. Excuse me. They have not thrown this prophecy out there in a while because there has not been rockets fired over there for some time. So they kindly forget about it. But it's still a prophecy that has not been fulfilled. What am I talking about? Talking about Isaiah 17. Let's start at 1. This is a prophecy against Damascus. See, Damascus will no longer be a city, but it will become a heap of ruins. The cities of Aroer, A-R-O-E-R, will be deserted and left to flocks which will lie down with no one to make them afraid. The fortified city will disappear from Ephraim and the royal power from Damascus. The remnant of Abram will be like the glory of the Israelites, declares the Lord Almighty. Did you get that? All power will leave from Damascus because it will be a big, stinking, smoking pile of rubble. But where is Damascus today? Are we a big, stinking pile of rubble? So I got to thinking, can I book a trip to Damascus? Can I do that? So I started playing around on travel sites. See if I can. Well, this kindly popped up from the U.S. Department of State. Do not travel to Syria due to terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and armed conflict. No part of Syria is safe from violence. U.S. citizens in Syria who seek consular services should try to quickly and safely leave the country and contact a U.S. embassy or consulate in a neighboring country if possible. Rose is saying right there is civil unrest and oh my gosh, it's true. No, it's not true. That's for U.S. citizens. And it's because there's all that stuff going on over there in Trump, Iran, all that stuff. So I had to go and pretend I was from a different country. Can I book if I'm from a different country? Now keep in mind, that's a travel advisory that's been issued. It's not a travel shutdown. Okay? So let's see what's going to happen if I was somebody else. Is it safe to go to Damascus as a French person? The war has been raging for more than 7.5 years. Most parts of Syria is now completely safe to visit, especially the capital of Damascus. It is just as safe as big European cities. So it's safe? Yes, it is. Not necessarily to Americans. Thanks, Trump. But regardless, I'm not down in Trump or for a party or against him. Just anybody else but an American. You can go there. You can go to a Turkish coffee shop and have a grand old time and enjoy yourself in Damascus. Damascus is not a big stinking rubble heap at this point. So why are you worrying about this rapture day? Why are you worrying about it? That prophecy has not been fulfilled. Every one of these pre-trib date setters has thrown that prophecy up. And since they've thrown that prophecy up, I'm going to jump on their bandwagons and say that has to be fulfilled before Christ comes. Because that's what they said, right? Now with that, you need to just let it go. The whole point of this video, regardless, you cannot make an idol out of this date. You are running the risk. People, How far can you go making an idol out of something before you're blaspheming? How far? Idolatry is still a sin, but how far can you go till you blaspheme? Anything that is taken the place of Jesus Christ, you are making an idol out of. Are you worried more about, let's say yesterday, about the 17th, than you were about Christ? You made an idol out of that date. You did. Is it worrying about the rapture day? Is it taken away from your walk with Christ? Are you spending just as much time with Christ as you are worrying about that rapture day? If not, you're making an idol. And it's not just that, people. There are several things out there people are starting to make idols out of, and they should not. And I'll give you a couple examples. Is the earth flat or a sphere? Who cares? Now, if I believe the earth is flat, will that send me to hell? No. If I believe the earth is round and is a sphere, will it send me to hell? No. But when you spend so much time, it takes away from Christ and you make an idol of it, it could possibly send you to hell. Another thing is pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib. If one person, let's say we're both walking with Christ, and one person believes mid-trib and another believes pre-trib, will that send them to hell? No, it won't. It will not. Unless you're making an idol out of that. Are you worrying more with this stuff, this superficial stuff, instead of the big picture of what's important? The big picture is your walk with Christ. It ain't these dates. It's not if the earth is flat or round. The only reason you should be worrying about that is if you have a job in navigation. And that's so you won't fall off the edge, or you gotta go into a different hemisphere or whatever to save gas so your fuel stocks are not depleted. That's the only reason you should even be worried about it. Now, if I'm going across country, do I need to worry about it? No, I'm not going to fall off the earth. No, I'm not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But when you make this to where it's more important than your walk with Christ, then you better believe that matters. And you need to let that go. Anyway, people, I hope that helps out some people out there. Damascus is not ruined. I can still go as a French person and book me a trip, and I'll have a great time. It's not over, so don't even worry about it. Get yourself with Christ, because we could be dead. I keep saying this. I could be dead today. You could be dead today. It doesn't matter. You need to make sure your walk with Christ is correct, and don't really give a big flying flip about this other stuff, especially if it is coming between you and Christ. That being said, people, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you read your Bibles.